Hello and welcome to the CKA Challenge question 42. This question have the weightage of 5%. My name is Alok Kumar and today we are going to discuss on the new CKA Challenge question number 42. Okay, so this question tells about we have a file that is placed at the root location and we need to deploy this file to create a pod into the cluster using that file and fix if any problem in the file provided. It means that it is not so simple, means we are going to face some problem that we need to troubleshoot after looking into the file. You are not allowed to remove any specification mentioned in the provided file. So there may be lots of specifications related things is mentioned in the manifest file. We do not need to change any of the data. Okay, if they say that the container name should be this, we are not allowed to change the name, not the image. We only see that where the problem exists in the manifest file, and this we can test it by applying that manifest file in the first attempt. When it's failed, then Kubernetes provide us some useful information. On the behalf of that useful information, we will troubleshoot the problem. In case we are not aware about any things, then we can handle it through the Kubernetes documentation as well. And this is allowed in the examinations. You can open a new tab to refer for any help related to, because we do not need or it's not required to remember all the syntax. Okay, if you are working in a real scenario, you can say you are working for the organization. At that time also you are not allowed to, and this is also not good to memorize all the things. You just open the documentation and then troubleshoot the problem and fix it accordingly. Okay, so we are jumping to the lab session now to demonstrate this problem. So for this lab, I am using the EKS cluster. We have two node cluster. Both of have the instance type of T2 small and T2 micro. The smaller instance, I am using it as a client. Okay, which have the appropriate roles to connect with the cluster, and I am connected with using the same client to the EKS cluster. Okay, so as per the question, it's saying that we have to utilize the pod.yaml file. So let me check currently what is my current directory. Okay, so I am inside the root folder. As per the question, it should have pod.yaml file placed inside it. Okay, so let me ls. So we have the pod.yaml file. Okay, so this is the two node cluster and I have to use the pod.yaml file to deploy into this environment. Okay, and then we will look into the problem. If there is any problem, then we have to fix it accordingly. kubectl apply -f pod.yaml file. So you can see there is a error invalidating the file pod.yaml file. So there may be some syntax error because in this pod file, the specification file for the container, there is a use of liveness probes and readiness probes. So if you are not familiar of this, then you should have the idea about this particular probes. So let me give you a brief on that. These are both are the Kubernetes, you can say a mechanism to monitor the health of the container in a pod. Okay, through this mechanism we can monitor the health of the container in a pod, because container resides in a pod. Okay, so through which we determine whether they should continue to receive a traffic or need to be started. Okay, so these types of probes is very useful to define in specifications while creating the pod. If you talk about the liveness probes individually, it is useful when a container get stuck in a deadlock state. In that case, it is very useful to have a configuration related to the liveness. And for the readiness, it determines if a container is ready to accept any traffic or not. If a readiness probe fails, means it's not providing the traffic or accepting the traffics. So in that case, Kubernetes will remove the pod from the list of endpoints. You know that the endpoint is associated with the service where endpoint have the several IPs to route the traffics. So it will remove the pod IP from the list of the endpoint for the associated services. Okay, so these are the brief intro for the liveliness probes and readiness probe, but this video is about the CKA challenge question, so we are not going into much detail for the probes concept. We are going to fix this problem and try to deploy it. Okay, so it looks like there is some problem with the readiness and liveliness probes. So in that case, we always refer the Kubernetes documentations, and you should be very familiar with how to read the documentations, how to browse the documentations, how to go to that point. Okay, so let me, before going to the documentation part, now it's time to look into the manifest file, the pod.yaml, cat pod.yaml. So you can see this is very simple, looks like very simple. They have the container and they are using the Postgres DB database, and the name of the container is poddb, although the name of the pod is pod. And if you see here, it have the environment variable where it all the configuration related with the DB. Okay, so what is the Postgres DB password and the port they are using. Okay, so liveness probes using the TCP sockets and some commands, and readiness probes executing some commands. So I am going to check for the readiness probes in the documentation, or liveliness probes, whatever it is. First I am going from the last, because I see some problem there and I am going to fix it. Okay, so this is the documentations, and you can see how these things are defined here, some exec and the command they are using. But if you see for the liveliness probes, they are not using any command. There is a TPC socket. So for the readiness probes, we are executing some commands. So we are looking for the same syntax here. It's all again the TCP sockets. We will look into it further. Okay, now we are looking for the readiness probes. Okay, so you can see the readiness probes exec and then command, but in my case it's using CMD, so we have to change this one. And also if you observe carefully, the spelling of the readiness probe is not correct. It should be READ. Okay, so here A is missing, so I need to correct both the part. For this I am going to vi pod vim editor, going into the insert mode and going into that point. First I am going to change the spelling READ. Okay, and then the command related things, COMMAND. Okay, now I am going to save this file, and now again I am going to apply it. So you can see now the changes is related with the liveliness. There is no comment regarding the readiness probes, because for the liveliness previously we have two, for the readiness also and liveliness also. So readiness looks fine. The syntax error what we have, we fixed it. Now I am going to readiness. So here we can see for the liveliness, readiness is now gone. Okay, now I am going to look into the same TCP sockets. Okay, you can find it here. So liveliness probes TCP sockets port. Okay, and if you go here and check in my syntax, liveliness TCP sockets command. So this command thing I don't required here, so I have to remove this line. And arg is also noted, we only require the port. Okay, so this is the port, and this don't we required it. Okay, so let me remove that as well. Okay, so here I I'm going to remove this one. So I will press GD 2 times. It will remove. Now going into the insert mode, and here I'm using the command. Okay, and now I am going to save it. Again I am going to apply the file. So we have again some problems. So the port is missing. Okay, so we don't need to require the command, we require the port there. This is my mistake. Let me modify it. Here by mistake I put it. I need to go into this insert mode, and here I have to use the port. So you can see the documentation means the Kubernetes cluster is providing appropriate error, asking the port is missing. So you can see that the pod now gets created. kubectl get pod. So it's currently in the creating state. Let me execute the command again, and it is currently running. So in this way you will troubleshoot the problem. Okay, so in this case I am referring all the time the Kubernetes documentation, so you don't need to memorize. And if you talk about in the real scenario, it is also not required, because all that informations we have in the documentations. Okay, and you can refer. Examinations also allow you to refer the documentation, but the basic syntax is required. So if you are familiar with all these things, all the concepts, then in that case you can refer the specifications file provided by CKA exam. So you can refer, try to have a look on the specification file before applying it, if you are familiar with all that syntax. And you can modify accordingly as per your understanding, and then if you face any problem, then you can refer the documentation and fix it accordingly and then apply. Okay, and then you come back from the cluster, and then you can look into the other question and proceed accordingly. So hope you like this video. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please do subscribe it. It always motivate me. Have a nice day. Thank you.